Hello race fans, sim fans, RC fans, Racing 393. So today what I'm going to show you is we've got the Team Magic G4, which is a four-wheel drive belt driven nitro 2-speed. I've not tried it out yet, so I'm sort of jumping the gun here a little bit. I'm assuming it works. Everything feels right, so I've got no real problems of, when I come around to starting this engine. But what I'm going to go through today with you is how to step by step to a point. I'm not going to do it live, it's just been stages of how to fit a Lexan body shell to it. And as my dog yawns, if you heard that. So loads of different choices of body shells. Touring cars, GT cars, road cars, sports cars, rally cars. And what I've chosen here is more of a specialist sort of criteria, I suppose, of body shell. And these are what I'm going to put on it. I'm going to show you. Let me just put my drink down. Although I like tin tops, as it were, I'm going to move this one here. So we've got a 1/10, pretty much a pan car, which just kind of mimics the Le Mans type era of car. I quite like those particular models. Doesn't look like much at the minute, but I'm going to cut it out, and then we're going to retrofit it onto the chassis. And I'm going to sort of show you bit by bit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to cut the body shell out, at least cut the sort of the edges off along sort of the basic lines. I'm not quite sure how low I'm going to go with it yet, but we've got the wheel arches to sort out, which I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We've got the wheel arches, the bottom skirts. I know the top will need cutting out, especially that bit there, which is where the air filter and the motor are. But we're going to get this cut out so at least it resembles a car shape without the sort of the flash bits of Lexan, and we're going to go from there. So let me cut this out first, and then I'll show you my next step. After which will be hopefully it will sit over the chassis. I probably have to cut the engine parts out so that the engine can sit through, so I can get it as low as I can. So I'm going to probably cut the part to the body shell out, the bottom bits, and then I'll cut the bits where the motor was supposed to sit, because the motor sticks up ever so slightly. Okay, let's crack on. So there's the body fitted. It's never really that straightforward. It's very difficult cutting Lexan, even with the proper scissors. I haven't done the wheel arches yet, but the body's kind of where I want it. It's, I must admit, it's not perfectly in the middle, but everything seems to fit in the middle. The sort of where the posts are, they're kind of symmetrical to the sort of the way they fit on the body, and you can see the fronts. They sort of splay out a little bit here, but I will trim them up. You won't see that anyway, because that'll finish flush with the body. Back's not too bad. It's kind of where they need to be. The engine is sort of sitting where it is with the air filter. I've got enough room there to pick it up for the. That's what that bar there's for. You shouldn't really touch all the belts. The only thing I have to cut out, which I won't do just yet, but before I paint it, I will obviously, is the bit there where I can refuel. I don't have to do that. I mean, I must admit, it's for if you're going to race, then you need that. I might even keep that on, because when it runs out of fuel, take the body off. To me, it's not too much of a hassle. So I might leave that. I might just trim. I've got to tidy up the where I've cut. Most of those marks are on the sort of the covering on the front, the covering on the Lexan, sort of the sheath. But the wheels tend to line up, which is good, and that side, but you can see that side's a lot more than that side. That's a bit of a pain actually. Very difficult to sort of line it up. do move a little bit. That'll be fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the wheel arches out. I've got a special tool for that, which is my this tool here to do these circles. So I'm going to do that, and then hopefully when you next see this, it'll be at least in its sort of reasonably final fitting place. Right, let's do some more cutting. So there we are. That's the body shell fitted. It's all right. I mean, it's not in the middle, as I've said. It's a bit annoying, but everything else seems to line up. That was the thing. So this is not aerospace technology. This is just bulk Lexan bodies. They're fairly accurate, but you can see it's not quite in the middle. I suppose the right thing to do would have been to make sure it is, obviously, but the concerning thing was I cut that out first, which is around the engine and the air filter. You can see there that the sort of the bit that you would hold to sort of pick the car up here, it's not quite in the middle. Well, it's not in the middle, it's not quite in the middle, it's nowhere near the middle. So, as you notice there, look, cutting Lexan with sharp blades, and fingers get in the way, which is a bit annoying, but we're still alive. Do not fear. More shit videos incoming very soon. So, yeah, I think that's kind of at the moment where I need to be. There's a bit of trimming up to do, and smoothing of the edges, which I'll do off camera, and then I'm going to mask it up, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do yet. I'll keep that a bit of a surprise. Sure, that's dead in the middle where I wanted it, but that is, the back wheel's nicely in central, but that one ain't, unless I turn the wheel a little bit. I don't know what's straight now, what isn't. I'll have to get it all central. I'm not sure, that looks about right. I mean, I like it, the fact that the wheels are sort of slightly inboard, but I'm hoping it's not going to hit anything here. I might have to trim. As I'm sort of looking a lot at the camera, so yeah, a bit more there possibly. Yeah, don't know. We'll see. It's not something I'm going to worry too much about. It will sit slightly low on the chassis. There's no exhaust. It might need a little bit of a. I need to show you what I'm doing. I keep looking at it, not looking at the camera. I need to move or elongate that little hole there, maybe, which I might do. I'll do that before I paint it. But I think for now, I'll say step by step. Maybe it's how not to do it is more to the point. But I'm quite happy with it. I'm happy with what I've done there. It looks okay for me. I'm going to give it some trims and paint it and go from there. Anyway, more incoming on that one next. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.